Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Journey to Greatness with David McDonald, the GOAT, and it's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's 5:10 in the morning. You guys probably thought I wasn't waking up. I went to bed a little bit late yesterday, but I wasn't a bad boy. No drinking or anything. I took a nap during the daytime, so that kind of just, boom, hit me kind of hard on the side. But we got to stay true. And we're here now on a Sunday. Tomorrow is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is awesome. So hold on, let me just set these timers. 30. Beautiful. All right. Let's get to it. Good morning, Lee. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. All right. So, if you're joining us for the first time, we're going to get into our meditation phase. And during this phase, our routine, meditation routine, it's a good time to create mental space for yourself. It's a good time to stop your thinking and focusing on the now. If you don't know how to meditate, I'd suggest just sitting in silence or with your music on and seeing where your mind takes you. If you need help with meditation, please feel free to reach out to me. For everyone else, I'll see you on the other side. All right, welcome back. Man, whoo! Welcome back, welcome back. Alrighty, so we're going to move forward into our next session, or excuse me, our next routine, which is reading. And I'm reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill right now. Hey, Liz, good morning. Howdy, happy Sunday. But up to this point, 119 days, we've read 3.5 books, three books, 3.25 books. So not really much to be said in that transition. I will see you all on the other side. Uh-oh. My computer is going to die. We're getting ready to move into our journaling routine. Welcome back. Welcome back. And pretty much in this section of the journey today, I usually start off. I usually start my journals off by talking about what I'm grateful for. And in the morning, the most important things to me is being grateful for the fact that I woke up today and that I'm in exceptional health. And then I just continue on talking about the things that I'm grateful for from the day prior. So yesterday, was an awesome day, and I just find time to make appreciations for that. And then just continue on for today. It's a Sunday. We have the rest of the day to really do anything and everything that we want to do, which is awesome. And so I just write about what my day is going to be like, and or establish some goals just to get it out of my head, put it down on paper. If you need any help, please feel free to reach out to me. And just try to allow your mind to flow with ideas and flow with that translation to your hand into the paper. So you're writing your, biography, and you're tracking the journey that that we're on to get to the point of greatness, or exemplifying your greatness on a daily basis. So I'm going to plug my laptop in, and then I'll be back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Um, I just ran into an opportunity the other day that was manifested. What if I told you, like, in the next 6 months to a year, we'd make like $150 million? $150 million. We'll see. 6 months, 6 months to a year. There's this opportunity. Well, that's kind of actually, it's kind of trending right now and it's pretty popular, but there's a different opportunity that I've found. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 6 months to a year. So let me see here. So, okay, in the book, it just, there wasn't really too many, like, again, like huge capture items. They were just finishing the story about how one man had an idea of, this is so crazy. This is so wild. How one man had an idea of producing and executing on huge and big business by bringing multiple people together in one place and successfully creating monopolies. And so with the story with, like I said, Charles Schwab, with Carnegie and a number of other, like Westchester, and a number of other very influential people at the time in the 30s, for all of them to come together and create this capitalist group almost, just goes to show that, again, the period, the summary of this last chapter was: riches begin in the form of thought. The amount is limited only by the person in whose mind the thoughts put into motion. Faith removes limitations. Remember this when you are ready to bargain with life for whatever it is you ask for as your price for having passed this way. So when we're dreaming and we're having these ideas about, being rich and this, that, and the other, number one thing that we want to make sure that we're doing is, again, is that we're being clear on the amount of money that we want to make. Okay, so now we're starting to get into the auto suggestion, which is actually kind of a cool thing. We talked about the auto suggestion box that we all have. It's our auto mechanism and how we respond to certain things in life. Auto suggestion is a term which implies to all suggestions and all self-administered stimuli which reach one's mind through the five senses. Stated in another way, autosuggestion is self-suggestion. It is in the agency of communication between that part of the mind where conscious thought takes place and that which serves as the seat of action for the subconscious mind. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and she said that there's people who live in their sense. I believe it was something along that line. And we all have, our five senses. But our five senses are the things that ground us to the world and ground us to everything around us. That's kind of a bad thing, only because, sometimes it makes us believe that what we're experiencing is actually our reality. The sixth sense, which is the intuitive thing that takes us to the next level, I think is the sense that we really want to pay attention to, because it allows us to think in a different dimension, and allows us to manifest and hold our thoughts in a different dimension, which then allows us to, live a life and a reality that we choose, to live. And so with the auto suggestion, it really allows you, with the auto suggestion, pretty much your brain is on autopilot. With your brain on autopilot, with auto suggestion, you're always constantly communicating with this sixth sense, that allows you to create at your highest capabilities. And so it's just a wonderful journey. I was talking to one of my other friends, and she was actually saying, we were talking yesterday. We were talking about redefining ourselves as morning people. At one point or another, I used to say I'm not a morning person. And not only am I not a morning person, but um, I didn't like mornings. And then so when I was talking to, my friend yesterday, I was letting her know, I was like, hey, uh, how about you start slow, like waking up really early, like 5 a.m. or 4:30 or what have you. Um, that's going to create a segue of brainwashing for yourself. You're creating your auto suggestion filter. And right now, it might be a little bit challenging for you to wake up, right? But for you just but for you starting by just saying, hey, I want to, excuse me, by you just starting and saying, I am a morning person, you're setting a new definition to who you are and how you're defining yourself. And so as you say that day in and day out, then you will start to believe that you are a morning person. And that'll make your journey in the morning a lot easier to accomplish, because now you're starting to get up. You believe and you feel emotionally that you are a morning person when once before you weren't. The thing about it is we're able to change our states to whichever way. So if I want to say all of a sudden, hey, I'm not a morning person anymore, I'm a night person, I do all my business and I do all my creativity thinking at night, then I could do that. I could do it today, and then I could, say that for a week, and then boom, I won't be waking up at 5 a.m. anymore. Or I would be able to do both. But the biggest thing for me, honestly, and why I even get up every morning is because not only do I feel like it extends my day, and so it allows me to create on a different, transcendent like wavelength, but it's challenging. It is challenging. If life was hard, if life is hard, then what was it? No. It's if it's hard, then it's gonna then if you're like, if things are hard, then life will be easy. If things are easy, then things will be, if things are if things are easy, life will be hard. If things are hard, life will be easy. And I truly believe that, because we have like when I wake up, in the morning and I get up, it's not it's an interesting thing, because the sun rises around 6 a.m., right? Even though we don't get it outside necessarily, let's say. But the sun makes its motion. So as people and being in unison with the sun and the moon, right? We rise also with the sun. So that energy, we rise with that energy. Okay. But the challenge is like, I don't have to get up at 4:30, I could get up at 6, 7 o'clock. Like I've earned the honor, to be able to create my schedule in a way to do that. But the thing is screw the honor, screw all that other stuff, right? It's not the easiest thing. And I ask myself the question, why is it not easy? And how do I conquer that? How do I conquer that feeling of it, quote unquote, not being easy? Well, first I brainwash myself and say that it is easy. And then I just execute every single day. And so I know that I'm in a really, really uncomfortable place. And even when I don't get a lot of rest, I still have to get up and like show up for the duty that I'm responsible for. And then at that moment, I just remind myself, like, okay, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But something so easy like the journey to greatness is 1 year. How fast can we change our lives around? Like how fast can we really build this journey and build our story through book and reading and channeling of energy, meditation, and really create something for ourselves in 1 year, right? 365 days. And so my point is the reason why I do it is because it is hard and it is challenging. But when I look at the results, it's like legitimately, like if you were to ask me in the last year how many books I've read, I'm going to tell you 12, which may not be impressive, but I'm only reading 15, well, at a minimum, 15 minutes a day, 12 books, and how much knowledge I've gained, you know, and how much more powerful my arsenal is, you know, over 5,000 or maybe 3,000 pages of literature. And how many journals have I, you know, powered through? And then the community that we've built. Like at the end time, I see that how strong and how powerful this all will be. But I was telling this to my friend, and it's your mind transcends into these different spaces of growth. So as you are, you know, you're overcoming this challenge every single morning. There's nothing that can stop you in anything else that you decide to do. And so, you know, for my mind, I feel like it's transcending to different elements because I'm super, super uncomfortable. And so it's, you know, it tells me to do this, but I'm going against what it's telling me to do. And so therefore I'm just constantly like going like this, and all the pieces are always moving and just fitting into the perfect shape. And it's wonderful. So we've been on this diet for like maybe maybe a week and a half now, 2 weeks. And yesterday was my cheat day, and I went absolutely absurd. Went to Red Robin, got a barbecue whiskey chicken burger. Heat was so good, with ranch and barbecue sauce and French fries. But now we're getting back to the grind again, and so now it's just a matter of segueing again that physical. The reason why we took it to the physical and like what we're consuming is because we want to touch the purest part of our soul. And with a lot of garbage in our bodies, it's kind of hard to do that, right? And so, you know, to eventually possibly even make the move to just being vegan, you know, where, you know, we're not eating anything that's, you know, bad for our system, or at least to our knowledge, right? And it's just really being tuned in, like with who we are as, you know, spiritual beings, is truly the goal, you know, because the more pure, the moment that we can touch that really, really pure thing every single day and say, okay, boom, I got you, it's done. You know, I got my thought, I write it down, I go through my system, it's done. You press your pure button, bloop, and then everything from there is done. Now you just wait for the opportunity to show up, put the pieces together, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, you're there. And so it's crazy, man. And I only thing I can say is, you know, thank you for always holding me accountable, for everybody who always jumps online with me. You know, thank you for holding me accountable, for everybody who jumps on the actual message board and, you know, greets me in the morning. I can't tell you how much, you know, that's allowed me the thinking space on this platform just to stop and say, okay, well, how can I make our experience together better? How can I make our experience more engaging? How can I build this community, or how can I be a leading energy to building this community and, you know, create something that's going to last, you know, for years to come? Because what happens after 365? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much for joining me on day 119. 4 months, boom, 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 is coming tomorrow. And we're just rocking, man. We got 8 months left. And I'm excited to see what these next 11 months is going to bring us. I feel like it's going to be crazy. But don't worry, I'm still going to be here every single day. So, all right, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Let's go.